going.
If they do it,
Can't lay his finger on it.
I prefer it that way. What about you?
The heavens must be smiling.
What is this? Hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
An opponent like this should be easy. You're mine! Rising light! How about this? Soaring light spear!
Water! Here
I'm on it!
I'll tear you
Finish
with
it!
goodwill! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Eat it! I'm on a roll now!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Supernova!
Line Alpha!
Here's evil!
This one's all
Here
this.
goes!
I'll finish you here and now!
Burn in hell!
Too slow! Eat this!
Seems about right to me.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done. Now, where might those fish be? Hup. Nothing's biting. Is this what I think it is? Ugh. 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 Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Nice! You caught it!
Hup. I've got a good feeling about this one. Ugh. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
All right. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. I've got something. Anybody could reel in that.
Guess it's important to stay calm.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
I'm always... amazed what healing arts can do.
Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. You can never be too prepared. But did we have to... Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Dohalim's fighting style is... what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued? No...
Do you mean elegant, perhaps?
Yeah, that's the word. For better or worse, you can definitely tell he's cut from posh Renin cloth.
And he's not just skilled with the staff either. He can also use astral arts, including healing ones. I can see how he made it to the position of a lord.
You flatter me, but my fighting techniques merely come from a style that aims to conserve energy by minimizing body movement.
Is that why you wait until the last second before you dodge attacks? To avoid unnecessary movements?
No, I do that to sharpen my senses. I find that doing so is an effective means of drawing out my innermost strength.
Oh yeah, I've noticed you look stronger and strike out with your rod more after you dodge attacks. Guess that's why.
Still, it's a risk. Don't you ever worry you'll dodge at the wrong moment?
Then, it'll be just as well.
Huh?
It's nothing. Let us continue. This is a true masterpiece. No less.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I think it's time we go to sleep. Come on, guys. Guys, we've got lots to do.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renins.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renins are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I have a bad feeling about this.
In a bind? Look sharp! Armor won't save you!
I'm so good with airborne targets.
Flying freeze! Like if they just sit still!
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
All fitting you hear it now!
Glacier Spear, primed and ready.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
This one's mine.
Tornado I'll run you through!
Can you
I
take
never
it?
miss.
I'm not! I'm ready!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! And done!
Let's keep up the pace!
You're done! Do it! Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
Opted for an intricately crafted weapon as usual.
It is beautiful in both function and form.
You're gonna hate when it gets scratched.
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Now we're not.
Look sharp.
That's it! I'm on a roll now! How do you feel? We've caring to me. Yeah, and probably to me.
Glacier Spear, here's evil.
Wrath in pain.
Talon Hurricane!
Can't get out of this.
I'll tear you apart!
Gemini
I'm on a roll now! Talon Hurricane!
going in.
Elusive Deity! Prepare to be sealed!
Glacier Spear,
In mine! That's enough! Tiger Flame! Beckons into everlasting darkness! Negative bit! Resonate with the earth! Whirlwind smash!
Throbs in pain.
Flaming meteor! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
One deadly strike, just as ordered.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Going in. Glacial spear. Here,
Take it.
going in. Airborne beast.
Does it hurt?
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
What's this?
Denied!
Resonate with the earth. I'm surrounded.
I'm ready. Frozen.
Hammer.
This one's mine!
Frozen. Gemini Aqua.
This one's mine! By the power of water!
Eat this. I'll end you.
Make it rain!
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
Awesome.
Not by a long shot.
You're done. Tiger
be stronger.
What is this?
Seriously? Is this a joke? Get behind me!
You picked the wrong fight!
Can't get out of this!
Leave the agile ones to me.
Resonate with the earth!
Where are you going?
Got fire!
I've got this! Let him... Marksman handling!
All yours!
Far enough!
An astral arch?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Now let's break it down! Dig in! Hurricane! Awesome! Can you take it?
Now my clothes
No!
I couldn't make it in
Well,
time.
someone seems in tip-top form.
nothing you...
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
I really owe you.
Train harder.
Now we're not...
Can you take it? Now I'm in the groove! Anything in
Prepare
these
to be
fists has got
sealed,
your
though,
name
Peter.
on them!
Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Look sharp!
Get toasty!
Burn strike! I'll finish you here and now! Elusive! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Right here! In a bind!
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
This one's mine!
I get the duel of the arts!
Come on, roll now! Tiger blade! Awesome! Make it rain!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one.
Already on! I'm on!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
This one's mine!
Come on! Make it move!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing fang!
There!
First strike! Awesome! This one's mine! Far enough! Make it rain! Greenwell! Light burst force!
Radiant Genesis!
You're wide open!
This one's mine! Where are you going?
Shattering the I'm ready! Light burst force!
Radiant Genesis!
Good to know my training is paying off. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Like bait to them! Look sharp!
Our coming through!
I'm just getting started! Whirlwind take this! I'm on it! Elusive being! Take
Leave
this!
the enemy's arts to me!
No complaints here! I'll tear you apart!
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
And let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Do it!
Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
Primed and ready!
Acceptable.
Where are you going?
I'll tear you up, thank you!
Unload! Reload!
Make it rain! Hey! Blow them away!
I've been doing really great lately.
Courteous, aren't you?
Aces! Attack!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Look sharp! I'm on it! That freaking does it! Talon Hurricane! This one's denied! Eat this!
Art expert coming through!
I'll tear you apart! Piercing roar!
It's too fast! Stand back. I'll trip it up.
I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away!
Here's a healing art! I never miss!
Shine! Watch this!
This one's mine!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here, let me help!
Make it rain!
Meanwhile, Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Radiant Blast!
Can't get out of this!
Lightning!
Shattering pieces! Attack! Look sharp! I'm on it! I'll tear you apart!
Resonate with the earth!
Piercing roar!
Stalagmite!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
This might... be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build it?
Out of my way!
Eat this!
Glacial Spear!
Going in!
Here's the evil!
Can you take it? Does it hurt?
Freeze Lancer!
Rolling step! Can you take it? Talon Hurricane! That freaking does it!
Here's the evil!
Lightning!
Your lordship? And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not be hasty.
Here, let me help.
All finish you here and ready to go!
You know, watching you really makes me realize...
Makes you realize what?
Maybe thinking too much gets in the way sometimes.
Exactly! Don't think, just keep swinging.
We're thinning them out.
Swing forward. No further. I'm ready!
Very slow. Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
You got me flanked!
Seal!
Talon Hurricane!
You picked the wrong fight!
Glacial Spear!
Watch this!
I never miss! Lightning condensed! Now!
Riddler! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Armor won't save
Do
you!
it, Dion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
You're wide open! Death Blossom!
Ready!
Eat this!
Don't mind if I do!
Negative gate!
Wow! Look what I just found.
What is this?
Get lost!
First strike! Talon Storm! Hey, when did I get so popular?
Stand in the wind! Air thrust!
Now I'm in the groove! Ultra Dance!
This one's all mine!
I'm on it!
Dance in the wind!
Not today!
Sleep now! Get on in there with the others! Mega Ray!
I'll tear you apart!
Chinese Supernova!
I'm on it! Take this! I'm on it!
Can't get out of this!
First strike! You're done!
Benediction light.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
I'm okay, guys.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it. I have a bad feeling about this. If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Negative correction! In here! First strike!
I never miss!
Nothing gets by me!
Seal!
Far enough!
I'll be saving this one.
Elusive deity! Talent point!
All dead.
Death resonate with the earth! I'll smash you! I'm ready! Here and now! All yours, Kisara! Too slow! Elusive deity!
So those are Ganon after all.
I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away!
I'm even stronger than before.
I won't forgive you!
You got company.
Elusive deity! Rapid flare! Leading pile fight!
Annihilation. Waterfall. Squeeze it out.
I'll finish you here and now! Negative gate! Resonate with the earth! Can't get out of this!
Not on my watch.
I'm on it! I'll tear you apart! Talent storm! Ready and resonate with the earth! Now you see what I can do! Now I'm in the groove!
You're mine. Annihilation.
I'm on it! Talent storm!
Lightning orb. Not in your dreams.
I never miss! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Resonate with the earth! You picked the wrong fight!
Now!
Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away! How's that? Too slow!
I never miss!
I'm on it!
In here.
Talent
Do
storm!
it. Dohaline.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
You're wide open!
Into the shadows.
Our superiority was undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
courteous, aren't
I'm
you?
on it!
Water! Here's my bell! Far enough!
I can carve through them! I'll finish you here and now!
STA.
Born scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly! Leave the enemy's arch to me!
Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Let's get you all tucked away! Freeze Lancer!
Resonate with the earth!
That's quite a talent.
Your father once made this in my mom.
Believe in my dad.
Eat dirt!
I'm on it! Leave now!
In an instant! Impact block!
All aboard the victory train!
Overconfidence can bite you in the butt.
Go no further!
Eat this!
I'm
I'm like bait to them.
Here's the evil!
Awesome!
Free with the mark!
Talent hurricane!
Where's Eve? Where are you going?
Leave the force to me!
Here
Now you see what I can do!
Just
getting started.
Here I go. It's over.
Hurricane!
Watson.
Getting piled.
I'm ready. Here goes.
I'm
The
on it!
tide of battle has turned.
I'm on it! That's the power of comrades in arms!
Right. Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental? An admirable display of force.
An admiral? I can't even swim!
Never mind.
Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that.
And still as humble as ever. Get toasty!
Burn strike! Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
I'm not afraid.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
You got company!
First strike!
Don't mind if I do! Annihilation! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning stronghold! Glacial fear! Here's the evil!
Watch this!
Let the marksman handle it!
Flying free!
Now!
Look at these! Go! All yours, Kisara! The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry
Wide
distraction.
open!
There's still more to go!
Start! Negative
This one's mine!
Resonate with the earth! Swallow dance!
Sleep now!
First strike!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Swallow dance!
Here goes!
Hey, when did I get so popular? Hey, elusive deity!
Can't get out of this! We got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Mega Ray!
Astral art?
That's my cue!
I can carve...
Shut him down!
Now!
Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Can you take it? Swallow dance! I'm ready! Go in! Hey!
Blow them away!
So I still have... room to grow.
Can you take it? Take this! I'm on it! Elusive dance! Hitting Death Blossom! Elusive deity!
Eating cash in the sky is mine!
First strike! Talent Hurricane! Death I'll finish you here and now! This one's all mine! Eat this! Too fast! Stand back! I'll trim it up. Now you see what I can do!
Annihilation!
Do it! Jolie! Hey! Blow them away! Have that! Eat dirt! Acceptable. Death Blossom! I'm ready!
Jolene! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
They're surrounding us!
Beckon to everlasting darkness! Negative first strike! Resonate with the earth! Block it!
Ready to go!
Talon Hurricane!
Lunar corruption!
Death Blossom!
Lunar
Block
blast!
it! Can you take it?
Denied! Mega ray! Lightning orb!
Talon Hurricane!
Burning!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm ready! Outfit! In an instant! Impact claw!
Lightning condensed!
Too slow!
Radiant here! Thunder blade!
Elusive
Glacial spear!
I'm just
Pierce
getting too
evil!
slow! Hitting pile driver!
Freeze!
Looks like we won.
And thus our strength yet grows.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
This one will be difficult to predict.
Where are you going?
Power score!
Thunder blade!
Negative no further!
Searing flame! Reload!
Do it! Death! I'm just getting started! A new melody! Swallow dance! I'm ready! Goodwill! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Easy! Way to go! This one's mine!
Elusive deity! Rotating pile driver! Swallow dance!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action! Faster! That's enough! Rapid fire! Rupture!
Now!
Goodwill! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Faster! I'm on it! Burn in hell! First strike!
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Yes! I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to, but I got this thing.
I'm okay.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies, and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, What am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it, though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong?
Not exactly.
Etiquette?
Indeed.
That's not being...
Yes,
What do you want us to do?
Yeah, would he...
perhaps. But Kisara here demonstrates...
That's because I was given the opportunity to...
Yeah.
Exact...
I will it would have...
You don't...
Nevertheless, having...
Yeah.
If you say... Although I suppose my...
You're not...
What's that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Have you got... Guys checked your equipment lately?
I'm drenched.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law? I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant. This is perfect! I'll have
Shion, could we talk a moment?
You go ahead and sleep. I'm going to grab another bite to eat first. Morning. Ready to head out?
Not this way, I guess.
We did a lot today.
This flavor, why it
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hey, Alphen. When do you find the time to train?
What's brought this on all of a sudden?
It's just, even without the blazing sword, you'd still be able to hold your own, right? But I never see you training.
I'd hardly call it a regimen. Unless exchanging blows with Zeugles counts.
I mean, sure, I get that real-life practice beats training any day. But you must have the odd trick or two up your sleeve.
I just told you, I really don't.
Wait, I've got it. It's your armor, right? You channel the extra weight into your strikes and...
It's actually not as heavy as it looks.
So not the armor, huh? In that case...
Just calm down a little, would you? Why are you so fixated on this anyway?
Well, because I want to make myself stronger.
You're strong enough as it is. I almost feel sorry for those Renin soldiers.
It's not enough. I need to keep working to get stronger. I won't allow myself to fail anyone again.
Law?
I'm useless the way I am now. If someone else dies because of me...
Law!
Sorry. Spiraling into self-doubt won't do me any favors. I know that.
None of us are invincible, Law. We're all just getting by, doing the best we can.
That's all we can ask of each other, right? It's as good a place as any to start, I guess.
To start what?
My new training regimen, of course. And what better way to kick it off than push-ups? 1, 2, 3, 4...
I admire your enthusiasm. Just don't overdo it, okay?
Just wait. You'll see how strong I can get. Night. I feel pretty refreshed after that sleep.
This will be a delicious piece of cake. Here's the armor.
Anything in armor is all mine!
Celestial hammer. Razor cyclone.
Now you see what I can do! Watch this!
Reload. Reload.
Got fire!
I've got it. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
The enemy needs art too.
Do it, Yosuke. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble!
Faster. This one's mine.
Watch this! I'll
Not
face
in your
you!
dreams.
Elusive deity!
Why not?
Hitting fire! Resonate with the... I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Here goes.
Acceptable.
Death! I'll finish you here and now!
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Driven and powerful.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
you.
Here, Dragon Show!
I can handle it. Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. I'm just getting started.
Feel!
Rip and tear.
If it's in the sky, it's
Pesky
mine!
airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
With the earth. Stalagmite.
Watch
I'm ready. Shield.
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Swallow dare. Eagle assault. I'm ready. Shield.
Get toasty!
Bird strike. Resonate with the earth.
If it's in the
What
sky,
you can't get out of this.
get on in there with the others! This one's mine!
Swallow dare. Doherty. Hey. Blow them away. You can use martial arts too?
Am I overstepping my bounds?
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Resonate with the earth.
Eat this!
Burn. Alex Storm.
Lunar corruption! Flame power!
Smash you.
Do it! Hurry! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go!
Flying freaks! You think just sit still!
Seal, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Elusive deity. Swallow dare.
I'll
finish you here and now. Negative
You are the epitome of brawn before brain. Thank you? It's mostly a compliment.
Do it!
Step back! This one's all law!
Whoa!
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? Already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough!
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we... fighting? Who even are you?
In a bind?
I couldn't make it in time. Enjoy.
I'll bring you back from death to victory.
Where are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
Speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
First strike! You're done!
Take this.
Here, let me help. Lightning in!
Spot.
Here.
Lightning orb! Healing circle! Can't be happening! In
Get
here!
away!
Ready to go! Leave the church!
Do they not teach you to say thank you, Indana? Not to a Renin, they don't.
Rising Wyvern!
Begin!
Denied!
Not in your dreams!
Elusive deity!
Water, here on wall!
Time! This one's mine!
Show me your strength.
I'm on it! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Take this! Sword Line Alpha!
Lightning!
In a bind?
Downfall!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Elfin?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nies, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.
Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nies, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies. All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan astral arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings, it said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Dark Wings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadheim's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadheim. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. With the chance to take out a lord, it was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If
Shut
so,
your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadheim said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Beifan? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
What? Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Not this way, I guess.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah.
Well, I see.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some crypt. Tick-tick. all right?
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be...
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
If it's in the sky, it's mine.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Wow, that was a nice move there.
I know, right? Bet you couldn't do it.
So it's a grab here, thrust the left leg, then use the right arm to leverage over...
Stop memorizing my move!
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
How's this?
I see.
Great. Huh? Don't...
I can't believe you made... managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be irritating together.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, real. What? Yes.
All right. What?
Huh? Huh? Yes.
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Xion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are... currently in fashion on Rena? Sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Xion.
I was just... joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here.
Oh?
Is that it?
Hey! Well? What?
All right?
No. Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that was a huge calculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Right, here goes!
I'm on it!
They've got me in their sights.
Lightning orb! Thunder blade! These ones can run rings around us. You're... Lightning! Downfall!
Far enough! Eat this! Swallow dance! I'll run you through! Negative gate!
You've been snaring to me.
Yeah! And the cover is for me! Armor won't save you! I'm on it! Now I'm in the groove!
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Going in!
Rupture! I'm on it!
Next shot! Water! Here's my call! Time to spread!
Talon Hurricane!
Going in!
Can't get out of this! Talon Storm!
I'm
ready!
Shion! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble! Bastard! Watch this! Talon Storm! We can really make weapons with this?
No choice.
Lightning condense! You got company! Glacial spear!
Dragon Swarm! Swallow Dance! Burn in hell! First strike!
This one's mine!
What can they do? Sit still!
Sion, can you take care of
I'm
this?
ready!
In an instant!
Impact Block!
We work well together.
Finally time flawless.
If it's in the sky,
Here I come! Swallow Dance!
I never miss! Do it!
Here I come!
You're going pretty hard in this battle!
I am not easily given to.
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Let's keep up.
All right.
Eyes on the prize.
Somehow, things are even worse out.
Go no further!
Eat this!
Water! Hear my call! Spread! Heal for it! Let's take the strike!
Death
Glacial spear! Here's evil!
No further! I'm on it!
Freeze Lancer!
Swallow Dance!
Lightning
Now you
orb!
see what I can do! I'm on it!
Curse Militia!
Denied!
Waterfall! Take it! Sweet now!
Swallow
Too
Dance!
fast! Stand back.
Do
it! Trip it up.
In an instant!
Impact Claw!
Rising Light!
You picked the wrong fight!
Glacial Spear! Here's Eve now! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
Ow! First strike!
Glacial Spear!
Resonate with the earth!
I'm on it! Swallow down!
Your reflexes will not serve me well here. Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Let the marksman handle this!
Take this! I'll smash you!
You're going pretty hard in this battle! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Do it!
You watch this!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
The heavens must be smiling.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Why didn't the Renans...
Right, here goes!
Where are you going?
Swallow blade!
Denied!
Eat this!
Inferno Torrent!
Swallow deity! Thank you!
Resonate with the earth!
Glacial Spear! Here's Evo!
I shall ensure you survive this!
Steel! Eat this!
Rising Sun!
Resonate with the earth!
Oh,
Prepare to be seized.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more doing. Cut them apart to your heart's content.
First strike! Take Bolero! Flaming thrust!
Elusive deity!
You picked the wrong fight!
Well then, let's keep moving.
It's on! Resonate! Take this! I'm on it! You're done! Lunar Robo!
Blind you with the stuff!
First strike!
Resonate with the earth! Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Far enough! Eat this! Finish this!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
You're wide open! Yes, awesome!
Glacial Spear! Here's Evo! Freeze Land!
Talon Hurricane!
Do it! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
I'll finish you here and now!
Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Steel! First strike!
Ignite!
Shock!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Careful! Ryan has the head of camouflage!
Is that a healing art?
It is. Can't ignore your pain.
I'll try to be more careful.
Eat it! Talon Storm!
Power surges through me.
Eat this! Now you see what I can do! I'll finish you!
Don't mind if I do.
Swallow Dam!
Light.
Eat this!
Leave the chargers to me!
Sonic Vision!
Will this help?
This one's all mine!
Eat this! Healing circle!
You're helping me become a pattern.
For the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Now I'm in the groove! Not so fast!
Double Demon Fang!
I'm on it! Elusive Demon!
Rising One!
Lunar Cloud!
Soaring Light Spear! First Strike! Dragon Swarm!
I'm coming down with something grave.
A chronic inability to read the
No
room?
further malady your art cannot fix.
Pull nothing back!
Force of regeneration!
You see what happened there as you
One
crossed
keeps
me?
charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
No art
Got
of
it.
being interrupted.
I'll leave it to you!
Will this help?
Talon Storm! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Nothing gets by me.
First aid! I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Resuscitation!
Eat this!
This one's mine!
Seismic Rupture! Elusive Deity!
I'll come.
Recover! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
Radiant here!
That's the spot!
I'll cover you!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Recover!
Denied!
Heal!
Lunar corruption!
Armor won't save you!
Sonic Thrust!
By the power of water! Annihilation! No more playing nice!
You'll pay for that! You're mine!
On your
Ether!
Will this help?
air pressure!
Healing circle! Water! Hear my call! Fled! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
From beyond, imbue this vanquish!
Megasonic Thrust!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
Can't get out of there! Damn it! They'll pay for that! I'll face you!
Damn it! I'll end this with my own hands! Ready to go!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Annihilation hurricane! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
So I still had room to grow. I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being...
Right, here goes!
Water! Hear my
You
call!
picked the wrong fight!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! If it's in the
Rising
sky,
Wyvern!
it's mine!
Talon Storm!
Radiant, I'm here!
Circle
Where
Run!
are you going? Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You're wide open!
You got fires!
I've got this! Let him mark the time!
Just getting started!
All
Armor
yours.
won't save you!
Show him this!
Hey! Blow them away!
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great! That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Step back! This one's all law!
My books are okay.
choice. I'm on it. Pierce through. I'll face you. Rain Alpha. Death Blossom.
I can feel the medicine working.
It can hide. Swallow it. Amazing. Can you
I can feel the medicine working.
I'm on. Sword Rain.
Radiant,
Eat this. Now we're not anymore. Can't get out of bed. That freaking does it. Double Demon Fang. Shine. I'm on it. Of regeneration.
I'm all
Regenerate.
Yeah, appreciate the concern.
The sooner you stop thanking, the sooner you can start helping.
I mean, yes, sir.
Death Blossom. Double Demon Fang. Talon Hurricane.
by the power of water.
Resonate with
Mega
the
Ray.
earth.
Annihilation.
I'm on it.
Mega Ray. This one's mine.
Swallow it.
I never miss.
Elusive deity. First strike. I'm gonna need more today. Come on a roll now. First strike. Ignite. I'll run you through. I feel dead. I'll run you
Amazing.
Glacial Spear. Here's evil.
Shouldn't mess with me.
This has a most peculiar...
In a bind?
I'm on Demon Fang.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Demon Fang.
Hitting back. That freaking does it!
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop you.
Demon Fang. This one's all mine.
Oh, forgive me. I'm my fault.
Not so fast. I'll run you through! I'll blind you with a shot.
Let me help.
Eat this! I'll run you! I'll face you!
Double Demon Fang. I have no limits. It's on! Demon Eat Dirt!
This has a most peculiar
Now you
taste.
see what I can... I'm just getting...
Not on my watch.
Eat this!
Resonate with
I
the
never
earth.
miss.
Ready to go! Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Elusive Deity!
Do it!
Such a failure.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
Knowing when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is.
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's...
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shion has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all. Alphen, have you been I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the Guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
This flavor, why it...
Mind if I join you, Law?
Hmm?
Nothing.
You...
Do you?
Well, yeah. I'll take guard duty tonight. It's fine. You guys ready to hit the road? I know I am.
There's a nice breeze here. There we go. She's got a good size to her, all told.
We can make a real feast out of this bad boy.
Reel it in. Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Can't get out of this!
Rising War Strike! Storm! Elusive deity! No soul again!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning!
Can you take it? Rising War Strike! Storm! Come on, roll now! Next up! Faithful
take it!
Not on my watch!
Oh no!
Leo charges to me!
Watch it! Elusive deity! That's enough! Getting piled! That freaking does it! I'm on it! Burn in hell!
Let the mark
Can't get out of this!
To stop you dying?
This one's
right.
mine!
Resonate with the earth!
Being interrupted.
Win! Eat this! Resonate with the earth! Shattering! Pieces! Attack time! Resonate with the earth! On your knees!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Can't end here! Now you see what I can do! First strike! Elusive deity! Can you take it? Shouldn't have messed with me!
What in the world? Don't worry. I'm all right.
Here goes!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shine! Radiant light!
Not in
Force
your
of
dreams!
regeneration!
Right here!
Demon Fang! Regenerate!
It was nice while it lasted.
Turn up devastation!
Swallow dare!
Let us down! You'll pay for that!
Hear my call! Spread!
Take this!
I'll bring you back from death to life!
Everlasting
Not
dark.
today!
I'll bring you back from
Negative
death to
gain.
this!
Resonate with the earth!
Not done yet!
Glacial Spear!
First strike!
I'm ready!
Rising Wyvern!
Where are you going?
Finish it!
Kisara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Don't push yourself too hard.
What is this?
Pow! Eat
Glacial Spear!
Rising Wyvern! Hurricane!
Freeze Laser!
I'm on it! I'll run you through!
Here goes! Reload!
Rising
Don't
Wyvern!
mind if I do!
Flicker Dragon! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Can you take care of them?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Rising Wyvern! Come on! Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again! An opponent like this should be easy. Not today!
Storm! Can you take it?
Rising Wyvern!
Armor won't save you!
Hurricane Thrust!
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
I'll finish you here and now!
Rising
Do it!
Get toasty!
Burn strike! Faster! On your knees!
No escape!
Don't get careless.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Take this! I'm on it! Dragon Sword! Storm! Begin! Elusive Deity!
Gaius, do it!
Rotating Fire Driver!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! I'll take you all on! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm on a roll now!
This one's mine!
Talon Hurricane!
Arc Seal!
Catapult! Do it! Blow them away!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Who? Let's see what you've got.
Take this! Talent Storm!
By the power of love! Confiscated!
I'll run you through!
This one's mine!
Eat this!
Here I go!
Talent Storm!
Finish it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That
Eat
training's
this!
paying off!
I shall provide
I'll
assistance.
smash you!
Stardust!
Far enough! Watch this! Stalagmite! I'm on it!
The enemy will be of our truth.
We'll soon see about that!
Glimmer Dragon!
Back into the fray!
Here I come!
Annihilation! Lightning!
Negative change! I'm off my
Into the
focus!
shadows!
Come and get it!
Can't get out of this.
I need to be stronger.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently.
Ow! Resonate with the earth!
Confiscated!
I'll run you through! Swallow this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Too slow! I'm surrounded!
I'm ready!
First strike! Sonic thrust! Elusive deity! I'll smash you! Begin! Tornado! That freaking does it! Rising Rider! Elusive deity! Mirage! Handle it! Sonic thrust!
Benediction
I'm on it! Double demon kill!
being interrupted.
Art expert! Come through!
These fists have got your name on them!
Confiscated!
Burn in hell! First strike! Air pressure! Dragon swarm! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Talent storm! That spot!
Our incantation ruined.
Denied! Begin! Take this!
By the power of love!
Benediction light.
Eat this! Swallow this!
Is this it? Forgive me.
I'm on it!
This is my fault.
Hey, Bolero!
I'll turn you back on death of this!
Benediction light.
Anything in armor is all mine! I'll finish you here and now! Swallow dance! Swallow blade!
Where are you going?
Resonate with the earth! Watch this! On your so fine not too long ago.
Annihilation! Here goes!
Take this!
I've let you all down.
Stay away from my friend!
Elusive deity! Activating Kiruma! technically a brood.
I may be less pleasant than usual.
Wait, when have you ever been pleasant?
Since meeting you,
Now I'm real. I should have kept my mouth shut. I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon storm!
Don't mind if I do.
Dragon form! I'm on it!
You'll pay for that! Radiant Light! Pulse of regeneration! Regenerate! I owe you one.
I'm in your debt, Dohalim.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Good God.
Nick.
In a bind?
I owe you one.
This one's mine.
I am not beyond fury. Storm! Out it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry. I've got your back.
Let's see. I've cooked, cleaned, and sewn. I think that's every...
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances, and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
I get the feeling Deadeye's signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy? Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
This flavor, why it...
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
We should really get some rest. Another day, another Gald.
Lost!
First strike! Armor won't save you! Elusive deity! Talent storm! Pile driver! Hurricane thrust! On it! Elusive deity! Come on, roll now! Fateful arrow!
pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for your trigger! Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Right, next one!
Already!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Too slow!
Into the shadows!
Burn!
Tearing flame of fury!
Strike!
Power sphere!
I'm ready!
Astral energy! Full throttle! Well, looky here!
Mind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Spear. Pierce
Eat
elbow.
this! You're done!
Take this!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be...
An opponent like this should be easy.
Here I go.
Everlasting darkness!
I'm only getting started.
Negative 10! Slide! Try this!
Hurricane!
I'm on it! You're done!
Annihilation!
First strike! Demon Fang!
Now I'm in the groove!
First strike! Catapult!
Prepare to be sealed.
You picked the wrong fight!
The tide. Less talking, more doing. Shall never fit.
Teeth in! Attack time! I can carve through armor!
First strike!
Swallow dance! Oh, I'm on a roll now!
Still!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Right! Here goes! Come one, come on! Prepare to be Rising
No
Phoenix!
further!
By the
I'll
power
run
of
you
one.
through! You're mine!
I'm ready!
Astral energy.
Say no more.
You're wide open!
This one's all mine!
Hear my call.
Burn!
Spread.
Eat this!
Prepare to be sealed. Less talking, more doing.
Hitting pile drive, that's enough!
Finish it!
Elfin, this ends now.
Consider yourself finished. Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Let's see what you've got.
First strike! Armor won't save you!
Dragon Sonic
I'm
Thrust!
only getting
I'm
started.
on it! Sonic Thrust!
Oh, damn! I shall provide it. No further! Eat this! Come on, a blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments. We have to move.
Driven in, I would say.
Death Blossom!
Freeze Lancer.
Soaring Light Spear!
Can you take it if you hear it now? Eat this!
Mega Ray.
I'm ready! Goodwill! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Glacial Sword.
I'm on it! Scoop back!
Art expert,
Stand
come
back.
through. Freeze Lancer.
Like we're gonna lose to small fry.
Let's
Ready and
dispose
rare.
of the trash.
I can carve through armor! Far enough!
Radiant, here.
Rising Falcon!
I'm on it!
Here I come!
Resonator here! It's time!
Soaring
Now
Light
I'm in
Spear!
the groove!
If it's in
Take
the sky,
this.
it's mine.
The airborne scoundrels.
Swearing sounds like a job for yours truly.
Still! I'm on it! Falcon!
Glacial Spear.
A
Here's
new
the evil.
melody! Talon Hurricane! They got me flanked! That's enough!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in arms!
Right. Comrades in arms.
Soaring Alpha!
I'm ready!
Kisara, Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Strike!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long...
Get lost.
Not today!
Talon Hurricane!
Here I come! Dragon Sword! I'll take you all off! I'm Rising Wyvern!
Talon Hurricane! Begin! You're mine!
Annihilate. Radiant Pierce.
Double Leave him smelling to me. Yeah, and give it to me. Okay, I'm ready.
Alphen, this ends now!
Consider yourself finished. With your flames and my technique,
We're stronger together than we are apart.
Let's see what you've got.
Eat this! Burn it, okay!
Confiscated!
I'm not done! No further!
finish it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Here
Something
goes!
you wanted to say?
Now you see what I can do! Watch this!
Dragon Swarm!
Freeze laser!
Air pressure!
Double Demon Fang!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Right, here goes!
Eat this! On your knees. I'm surrounded!
Don't mind if I do!
Swallow dare! Resonate with the Eagle Assault!
Alpha!
I'll end you!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in arms.
Comrades in
I'm
arms.
ready! Hey! Blow them away!
Take that one! Do it! Get toasty!
Bird strike! Those bombs of yours are amazing!
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
What's with that shining foe over there?
This one will be difficult to predict.
You picked the wrong fight!
Mega
I'll
Ray!
end you! Anything in armor is all mine!
Covering wind!
Where are you going?
This way with the
mine!
other storm! Stalagmite! I can carve through armor! I'm ready!
In an instant!
Impact block!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed wall.
Rising Wyvern! Finish it!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hoodle?
I hate camping out.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that Lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she...
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Fine. Finally, some open space again.
Coming through!
I'm on it!
Here I go.
Take this!
One more.
Here I
Don't
come!
mind if I do.
Severing wind!
Ready to go.
Can you take it?
Rising Phoenix!
Lunar corruption.
Talon Hurricane! Lightning thrust!
Do it. Astral energy.
Say no more!
We've got flyers!
I've got this. Armada Floor coming through.
Catapult!
All yours!
Demon Tempest!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
I won't forgive you.
I'm on it!
I'm only getting started. I'm ready. It's confiscated.
Eat this!
I never
They got me
quit.
flanked.
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Searing
Never
flame.
see what I can do!
I'm
Flying
ready.
free.
Astral energy.
Say no more!
You're wide open! You're mine! Win!
Annihilation.
Looks like it could be worth something. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For crown contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Gotta break through! Eat this!
This one's mine.
You're mine! Demon Pass! Talon Storm! Demon Pass! Talon Hurricane! Eat this! Rending Resonate with you! It's on a roll now! In a bind?
Mega Ray. Art expert coming through. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Whoa!
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's mine!
Take this!
I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Wide open!
Like a finely timed waltz.
Rising Viper!
I can handle it.
Demon you hear it now! Finish it!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
You're wide open!
You're mine!
Lunar corruption.
Dragon Storm!
Do it.
Totally! In an instant!
My astral arts are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along? What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician then? I've been doing really great lately.
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops! You're wide open!
Hear me!
In a bind! I'm ready! Goodwill!
Demons descend!
Flashing Fang!
Well then, I should probably think about tonight's menu.
It's on! I'm on!
I never miss! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Talent Hurricane!
Gemini Aqua!
Not today!
Mega Ray!
Resonate with the earth!
Annihilation!
Swallow dance!
Mega Ray!
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
Training's paying off! You hear it now! Air pressure! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
This one's mine!
Turbo Demon Fang!
Stalagmite!
On your
Shield!
knees! I can carve through armor!
Their hide as thick as armor!
Devastation!
Not in your dreams! Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kitara! Get a searing blade!
This armor's too strong! Then I'll split it open! Be my guest! I'm ready! Go, Helene! Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Acceptable.
Ignite! Take this! Deity! Hitting Pile Driver!
Freeze Lancer!
Death Blossom! Sonic Thrust! I'm ready!
Astral Energy!
Say no more.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Fish! You saw it too.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Yeah! something. Anybody could reel in that.
You sure know what you're doing.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I think it's safe to rest here now. Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind.